up, right?
Okay.
All right, guys, let's begin. So we've got an amazing night tonight. We've got a very special guest, and the reason why I got this very special The Squeeze guest on was because a lot of you guys went to the SDS when I was gallivanting through France, and all I've heard since I got back is Loubi said that, Loubi said this, we love Loubi. So we got your photo printed out, and it's in all of our clubs. And then I thought, well, why not get her to teach the guys? And obviously, you guys who were there in Adelaide a bit earlier got to mingle with Loubi as well, and hopefully discovered that A, she's a beast, B, she's a super mum, and C, she's just like us and smashing it. So, which is really important. So, guys, I'm not going to, I guess, hold you up, mate. So, without any further ado, I'm going to throw it over to The Squeeze. Woo!
Thank you, Jared. Thanks so much for having me on the call. I've just gotten really nervous all of a sudden, but thanks so much. I think you're an absolute champ, and to be able to rock out with your team is a hell privilege. So thanks so much. So guys, I do have my two kids in the background, so hopefully they will be pretty tame, but let's just roll with it, yeah? So, all right, so I don't have any slides, if that's okay. If you want to have a look at what I used to look like before Herbalife, add me as a friend on Facebook, and my whole life is on there, so you'll be able to go through that and get a bit of understanding. So I'm coming up to 5 years being in Herbalife. So prior to Herbalife, yo-yo dieter, just had no self-esteem, loud but didn't really like me, and I worked in mining for 10 years, stopped mining to start breeding, and that's how I got onto Herbalife, because after my first baby, Dusty, I heard that you could, because I got to about 105 kilos and stopped looking at the scales when I was pregnant, and I heard that breastfeeding would help you lose the weight. Liar, because I had the baby on one boob, I had Paul on the other boob, trying to lose the weight like double time, and 3 months later I was still over 100 kilos. I stopped pooing for some reason, I don't know why. And then I had no energy and had a baby that didn't really like me, so I was 50 shades of sad. My background, like I said, was in mining, did that for 10 years, so did Paul, so we were like pretty financially sweet. Like, I don't put this out much, but since we're like a little family and whatnot, so we were between us about 300,000 a year. So, like, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity, I really just wanted to be a trophy wife. And I just wanted to breed, and I had just worked mining for 10 years. I was not looking to work. I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mum, and that was it. So Ange rang me for 3 months to call me to say, Loubi, do you want to try Herbalife? I found that out a year later, and I wanted to punch her in the face when I heard that it took her 3 months to ask me if I wanted to join Herbalife, because she was too scared to ask me, just in case I said no. But ask someone that's like full of shit and hasn't like pooed for 2 weeks that you have a solution for them. Woo! Do you know what I mean? So I guess I thought maybe like in the next like 25 minutes I would just tell my story, and then maybe like a couple of things I've learned, because I mean it doesn't get much better than Jared, so there's probably not a lot that I could teach you that he hasn't already. So I'll just tell my story, and hopefully you, like, pick up a couple of things. So don't ever be scared to like offer someone, because you don't know what's going on like behind the scenes, yeah? And then got on to Herbalife. I fell in love with the products. I fell in love with my product result. I lost like 14 kilos in 5 weeks. I wanted to lose 30 kilos. I just felt amazing. Those results aren't typical, but I don't want typical, So now I'm always looking for like non-typical people. I fell in love with the company. I fell in love with the community. Like, I love the community feel. And I think it was pretty much those 3 things, falling in love with all those 3 things, that like propelled me into like where we are today, because I was like, wow, Herbalife is the best kept secret. I'd never heard of Herbalife before, which is crazy because I've been on like every diet known to man. So I was like, wow, this is wicked. And like Paul was like, oh my God, like another diet thing. And I was like, you will shut your mouth and you will let me do this. And, you know, and he wasn't supportive, but I didn't care because like I'm doing it. But he could not deny my energy levels. Like he was coming home from mining and like I was bounding into bed and he was like, I've got a headache. Like, and I was like, you know, and so it was that reason that he got on Herbalife, because he legit could not keep up in our after hours curriculum activity. So how do you say that? So yeah, he got on it. One of the energy program, put him on the weight loss program. He lost like 40 kilos. He got hot like oven, and we've just been doing Herbalife around our babies. So I guess like for me, my number one thing is that when like I'm just looking for product lovers. Like I really, really want product lovers, because I believe that product lovers make the best distributors. So I mean, it doesn't really matter if you retail or you recruit or whatever, but I think it all comes back down to the products. Like they're the star, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I made a couple of $100 in my first month. I thought, oh, this is cool. Like I can go and buy like some shoes, or by that stage I dropped a couple of dress sizes. So I was like, I can go buy a nice dress or something. My coach said to me, like Rhonda Hart, you know her, she's amazing. She's like, oh my God, Loubi, you should be a coach. And I was like, oh God, no, like that's like responsibility, you know, like a coach of a football team, like you're responsible of people. I didn't want that. I didn't want to be responsible of people. I just wanted to hook them up to the herbs, get them hot like oven for as cheap as possible. Like that's all I wanted to do. So when she said coach, it like kind of scared me a little bit. But then I didn't realize I was kind of already doing it anyway, because I also look for people with an addictive personality, because I've got a massive addicted personality, and I got addicted to helping people feel the way I did. So I helped my sister-in-law lose 30 kilos, helped like Paul lose 40, and I was loving life. And so I was coaching them because I was invested in them. Like people say to me, oh my God, Loubi, how do you stay consistent? You love Herbalife. You love what you do. Like if that's how you stay consistent. If you're not loving it, then like change up what you're doing so then you are loving it. Like me, I don't like flyers. I hate flyers. I'm like, Like me, I want to do shake parties. So like if you're finding it hard to be consistent in Herbalife, it's just because you're not really loving it, and you're just going to go find a couple of things that you're absolutely loving. So I got to supervisor in like 4 months. I just accumulated my way there and had no idea what I was doing. And I love that in Herbalife. You don't need to know what you're doing, because you've got people like Jared that will like show you and guide you. You just got to love the hell out of the products and love the hell out of helping people, and then everything just goes from there. So then the month after, I went World Team and I got like 10,000 volume points, had no idea what that was about, but didn't care. And they were like, oh, you can go to this training thing. And it was some World Team event with Rob and Christy Walsh. Oh my God, they changed my life. I wasn't really all that interested in going because I just wanted to mum life and whatnot. But there was a party. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to the party, like hashtag mum's gone wild. So like, you know, like, so some people want to go because they want to like learn and like personal development, and I love that about Herbalife. There's all different sorts of people, so you've got to find all different ways of inviting people to come and have a look about Herbalife. So mine just happened to be the party, and I was like, yep, I'm all over this. And so I said to Paul, will you come with me? You be my security blanket, because honestly, like, the person I am now was not the person I was like 5 years ago. Like I went in there and I don't know, I must have had a hoodie on, didn't want to talk to anyone. I was real scared. And Paul said to me, you any good at this thing? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then there was some recognition stuff going on at this event, and they called our name, and I said, Paul, you better come up and stand up with me. And, you know, they did it. Like, we got recognised a couple of times. I was like, oh my God, like 10 years in mining, and I think I got a pen or like a barbecue or something. And like my first ever event, and then like people were clapping and cheering, and I was like, oh my God, I love you guys. You're my peoples. And then Robin Chrissy Walsh, they said something fun, simple, magical. And I was like, yeah, cool. And that's when Paul went, oh, so you're doing like pretty okay in this. Like you're simple, Herbalife is simple. You are going to kill this. I was like, yeah, cool. So I don't know, Robin Chrissy Walsh really taught me that you can have like passion for Herbalife and it can be my vehicle for time freedom. I was like, yep, wicked, because like we kind of had like financial freedom. I didn't think much. I just thought I was like 300,000 was the most you could ever make in the world. And I was like at the height of my career. And so for me, 300,000 or for me, 150 was like mind blowing. And then I was like, wow. So then we put a 90-day plan in place. That's when I got a little bit serious. I went back to Rhonda and I was like, oh, maybe I will kind of coach. I was like, well, what do I do now? She's like, just keep doing what you're doing. I was like, okay, I can do that. But we did do a 90-day plan. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the 90-day plan book that Herbalife brought out. Oh, my lordy. Anyone ever opened it and thought, what? Oh, WTF? Yeah.
I'd say this all the time, Loubi.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that is way too complicated. And then I thought, I can't do a 90-day plan because I have no idea what's going on in this book. But then I found out all the 90-day plan is pick like a few DMOs and how often you're going to do it and then just do it consistently and relentlessly. I guess, and then, so today, I will show you this, I put it up in my coaches page today. So we did like 2 90-day plans back to back, and where the hell did it go? I don't know. But anyway, in 6 months, our check went from $2,000 to $7,500. It was like out of control. And I was loving it. I was having a good time. And like there was no, people say, do the grind, do the grind. There was no grinding. It was like a shitload of work, and I was loving it, and I was busy, and I had a baby, and I was pregnant with another baby, and I had no excuses. I remember doing a webinar once, and I was like hell pregnant, and I had to mute myself, but I forgot to turn off my camera. And because I was pregnant, I had my wicked morning sickness. Like I spewed in the bucket next to me, and everyone saw it. I was like, but then just like kept going. So I had no excuses because my goal was to get Paul home by the time we had our second baby. So I had a goal, but then I had a timeline, like a time. What's that thing called? I don't know, whatever it is. The time. So, because sometimes since then, because I made like so many mistakes, and I love the fact that in Herbalife you can make that many mistakes, and Herbalife is patient enough to allow you to like grow through the lessons and the mistakes, and that you overcome them. So I love that. Like Herbalife lets you like mess up all the time. It's so cool. I made a deadline, and my deadline was to be Get Team the same month as my second baby, Ollie, and I made Get Team in the same week that we had Ollie, so that was like really, really cool. And then, so our income was up to, like, I don't know, around $7,000, and then, like, Jess kept smashing it, and for me, people like, I don't know, have you ever been to an event and you're like, what's the secret? Like, I always think there's a secret, and, like, how come they're doing wicked, and how come they're doing wicked, and what are they doing, and what's the secret? Well, I can tell you, I don't know the secret yet, because that's all the fun of it, like the journey and the growth and the ups and the downs, and, like, I love all that. And then we got our income up to like $14,000 a month, and it was wicked, and I was loving life. And you know what? In the Morgan team, it just, for some reason, whenever we wanted to jump a pin, we just had a baby. So if you really want to jump a pin, just go and have a baby. I don't know. So yeah, and then got our income up to $14,000, and it was wicked. And I was loving it. Like, I was just really building relationships. In BizWorks, you can see when you've got a new member in your team. And so as soon as I had a new member, I was like, boom, on the phone. And this was like another thing I had to overcome. Like, I can talk a leg off a chair, but to ring somebody and pick up the phone and be like, oh, hey, I'm Loubi. Welcome to the Herbalife family. Like, what happens if they were mean to me? Or what happens if they asked me a question that I didn't know? what happens if I got on the phone and I sounded like a dick, or I don't know, you know? So I had to learn to like overcome these little challenges. So I honestly built relationships with my team, and whether they were a product lover or like a business builder or whatever, like I just loved everyone. And I think that we've got a whole team of like hashtag Mum's Gone Wild. And I just love the fact that they're a part of something, and they're like something more than just a mum. But then like I just painted the picture for them. Like imagine being like a boss babe from home, like rocking with your kids and earning like 10, 20, 30,000 dollars a month. And they're like, do you really think I can do that? And I'm like, hell yes, you can. So like I was like the, you know, when you blow into Annie, you know, the doll, like to revive her and stuff. I was like just blowing into, everyone's like, what is she talking about? I don't know either. But I was like breathing belief into, yeah, Belinda, you're like, oh, what? I was just like breathing belief into these mums that have just been like rocking at home, you know, wasn't too sure if it was possible for them. And, you know, like I was saying to some of the guys at the STS, like if you see like Jess Morgan and Joanna Guinney and Sophie Guinney and Ellen Blackmore, and like honestly they're the hottest chicks I've ever seen. So when I first went to my very first STS, I was like, no way am I ever going to make it in Herbalife if I have to look hot like that. But I love that in Herbalife you can just be you know, like I love that. And for a little while there I thought I had to be somebody else. And like I was like a bit of a stiff, but that's just not me. And that's when like things started to get a little bit unshaky, because I thought I had to become someone else and not stay true to myself and whatnot. So yeah, and then so in my 4th year, I got postnatal depression. That kind of sucked a little bit, but I don't know. Like for me, like it was hard, and it was a little bit of a challenge, and some days I couldn't get out of bed and I didn't really like the world and whatever. But Herbalife, the 3 years that I hustled before Herbalife, I'd done enough personal development to know that I was in this for life. I think that's why product lovers make the best distributors, because when you love the hell out of the products, you will always, always, always stick around. So for me, even though I had like one crappy year, like what is one crappy year in like 30 years? And, sorry, I'm just all over the joint at the moment. I'm trying to like get it all out. I always thought like Mill Team and Pres Team were the pins for me. They were my goals. But coming out of the spectacular just now, I've had like a different mental shift. I just know with all my heart, like Mill Team's in the bag, like it's a no-brainer. But for me, the pin I'm chasing now is the 30-year pin, like the lifetime achievers pin. That would mean more to me than any monetary pin or Mill Team, Pres Team. Like I want to be around forever. So I don't know, big call. I've been to like a heap of events in the last 5 years, but the spectacular just gone got me in the feels and was probably the best event I have ever been to. And I went to Future Pres last year, the year before, and I thought that event changed my life. So yeah, I don't know, for me, and so I had that like crappy year, and I was like, oh my God, like what happens? Like, am I ever going to get this, you know, am I going to get back to doing like 5K, 2.5K? Like, oh my God. And then December, I was like, right, I just like switched it. It is just a decision. Like, so wherever you are now, and I don't know if anyone can relate to me, but if you've ever had like a couple of crappy months, or me, like a crappy year, like who cares, man? Jess and Gav Morgan were in Herbalife 10 years. And then like pretty much started at 0 and got to like 15K in like 3 years or 2 years or something. So it is just a decision. So if you've ever had like a crappy week, crappy day, crappy month, crappy year, crappy 2 years, like who cares? Like switch it around. Last year, I really, really struggled to do my 2.5. I'm so honest. Is this all right, Jared? Yes. I struggled to do my 2.5, and then in December I was like, oh man, no more. Like I am ready to like milk, like cause we're so close to Mill Team. So I'm like, right, let's just switch it around. And it was just an attitude shift. And you just got to do whatever it takes to like shift your attitude. And then I've gone from barely doing 2.5 last year to last month I did 3,000. I'm already on 4,000 this month, and we're probably going to get close to 6. And then next month is going to be 10. And your team will follow, because this month over half of my supervisors have done more, like with a week to go this month, than they did last month or the month before. Like, it is crazy. So when you've got momentum, like, just plant your foot. Don't ever back your foot. And only one little thing left. I just found that I did it in 90-day blocks. So 90 days, because it's kind of hard sometimes to like spin all the plates and like get new customers and then upgrade them and then help your team and whatnot. So something that helped for me, I would like smash my front line for 90 days, and I would do like around 3,000 personally purchased volume. So like new customers. And then the next 90-day block, I would be like, that would go to personal volume. So then that's when I was doing between 10 and 15,000 personal volume. And when you're kind of doing those volumes, and then like 90 days after that, your org just like goes nuts. I think we went from 47 org to 63 in 1 month. Like, it only takes like, you know, like a couple of people to get going, and like shit just gets crazy. So like for me, like if you're like this excited, your team will be this excited. So don't ever be like this excited, because then they'll only be this excited. And sometimes I think like I'm a little bit over the top, but I think that's just my personality, but I do really pour it on in Herbalife. And I just had a really good point that I just wanted to, and it is completely gone. So I don't know, get to the events, because that's what will sustain you. Always keep around the campfire, and remain teachable. Like, I remember, I don't know where I heard it, but like with Jess and Gab and Rhonda Hart and Christian Rob Walsh and Jared, like if they say like go left, yeah, that's right, go left. If they say go left, I don't even look right. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just following them, because they've already paved the way for us. So have I gone over time?
No. Keep going.
Okay, sweet.
Nuggets.
Yeah, awesome. I hope that I'm like bringing like a little bit of value. So what else? Do you want to ask me any questions? Is anyone? Yeah, Matt and Bobby. Hi.
I'll unmute you. There you go. You're.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Can you say hi? Quick. Hi. Is that a little skinhead?
Oh, hey.
What's your favorite PB?
Oh, definitely when I was going through like some stuff last year, Seasons of Life by Uncle Jim. He was the man. The corkboard clip, it's not very long. I think it's only about 10 minutes from Mark is amazing. But I am all Mark and Jim. They just give me goosebumps, and they just, I don't know, I just feel like sometimes like Mark is just talking to me. I actually did Mastering Your Mean Girl, but that was just like for, I found this was quite good for my clients that found it like when they're like insecure or like need to refill their heart cup. Because you know, like in Herbalife, we pour so much into people that sometimes we have to refill our own heart cup. So I read that, and that was brilliant. But definitely Seasons of Life really, really changed my life. But anything Mark, and YouTube clips. And you know what? My favorite kind of PD is action. Like when I'm doing stuff, I feel amazing. If I'm having a crappy day, I've just got to ring one of my teamies who is on fire and they will pick me up. I tend not to have to ring my upline to have a whinge and a moan because I don't know. I just find that I can ring my team that are like on fire, or I will go to the shops, have like 10 seconds of courage where like I strap my balls on and go and talk to like a stranger and offer them something, and like I feel absolutely amazing. I got my PTs. She wants to do a cleanse, and then yesterday I talked to a mum that was really sad because she wants to mum life at home, and I find it a little bit difficult to offer the income opportunity. But yesterday I was like, boom, I just offered it to her, and then all these other mums were listening, and I just shared my income story, and honestly, I just came away from school like a peacock. I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
So action, definitely.
Yeah, love it. I've got a question for you. It's the same as Adele's. So you mentioned 90-day plan, and and we're the same thing. It's just a good day done for 90 days, right? But like just like a template of the work you're doing, what are you doing? You mentioned you hated flyers, which...
Oh, yeah. So what am I doing? So sometimes people are like, how do you do it? Like around 3 kids, and like Paul, he works FIFO. He went back to work. So, yeah, so he went back to work because we found that works for us. So I've got 2 kids at home with me. I've got one that goes to school. For me, I will talk. Talking is my favourite. It's the thing that scares me the most, like talking to people I know and talking to people I don't know. It's the thing that, scares me the most, but it's the easiest thing for me to do. It like fits in with my lifestyle. I'll do stuff like take the kids shopping and just like strike up a conversation, and like sometimes I'll go and try on some clothes and then be like, should I get this 12 or the 10 because I've already lost 30, I've got another 10 to go, and the lady's like, yeah, what? And then all the other people in the change room, and like I'll just do stuff like that, or I'll intentionally go out at 3 o'clock and go and pay some bills, or like with my boom juice, because that's when everyone is tired and cranky and mopey and hating life, and I'm like rocking out at 3 o'clock with my boom juice, and then when everyone's like whinging at me that they're tired, I'm like, I am your solution. So I just find talking is easy for me. To be honest, I got to Get Team on social media, but it's because I was just a proud Herbalife, but I knew how to like work those leads. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, Jared, I'm all over the joint.
No,
so even though like I'll come across like, woo, fun, simple, magical, and like sometimes people think I'm a bit ditzy, and that's fine. But I know exactly what I have my hands on. Like behind all the woo, like this is so cool. I'm a demon. Like I know exactly, this is like my out of like, or into time freedom. So like I'll make everything fun, simple, magical, but behind the scenes, like you see a duck and it's just like gliding. Yeah. And underneath it, like hustle. Like that is me. So I'm always like trying to get people to like love the products, and those I can like pick my diamonds from those. Like those people that are like proud to be on Herbalife, proud to post on their Facebook page, proud to post on our client page. I'm like straight onto them, and like you can sort of like help them along to upgrade them and stuff. So so I talk to people. I love shake parties because I love to just like shake it up. Shake parties, talk. I know you're meant to have 4, but they're the ones I do consistently. I hold HOMs. What else do I do? I just talk a lot. I just talk a lot. And then usually what I'll do is like I'll aim for about 5 new clients a month, and then like really work with those 5 to get them like clusters and stuff like that. Because once I got a team behind them without them wanting to do the business, I hate that word business.
Yeah.
Like, I just like, you just want to grow a Herbalife family. So so I just find that I can if once I get them a little cluster, and then they're kind of invested.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. And by cluster, you mean like, so they're sending you referrals, there's people signing up, they're doing the business, they're not doing the business, like that type of.
Yeah, and it's all in the first month. I find, like, for me, it got me in the first month. I was in the first month. So I found that if I can get people, that's why like follow up is like everything. And sometimes I could be a little bit over the top, but I pre-warn them, especially like if they don't know me, because they're like, why does this like crazy lady keep like following me up and ringing me? But I just tell them straight from the start, because I want them to get a good result. Because if they don't get a good result, then it affects all of us. It affects Team Herbalife, not just me. Because then, if I don't follow them up and then they get a shit result and they're not following the program properly, because that's the only reason they'll ever not get a result if they're not following it properly. And that's usually like our fault because we haven't set them up properly. And then they'll be like, Herbalife doesn't work, and then the brand gets a little bit tarnished, and like that's just crap. So like I want to do the right thing by you guys by making sure that I set them up correctly. So they're loving Herbalife, they're loving our brand, they're loving our products, they're loving me, they're loving our community. So what do they say? All of us need each of us, and each of us need all of us. So like if we all, like we are just one big team. So yeah, it's all in that first month, and that's usually how I get people to Well Team, Active Well Team.
Yeah, Woo! Love it. That's amazing. It's amazing. So talk through some stuff.
Just get people to the events. I think that's what, like Jared, he's so good at that. And that's what I learned from Jared. Like, because for a little while we weren't growing, and I was like, wow, we're growing. And then Jared just like dropped this bomb, and he's like, don't make you the issue. And I didn't get that for ages. But as soon as like I took myself out, and like my team just, so thanks Jared for that. Team's like on fire now because of you.
There we roll.
I love it. And just like no excuses. Like I sacrificed sleep. I didn't go to a friend's wedding. Dirty weekends away. Like I just sacrificed stuff, but it was so worth it. I was paying like $200 to go to an STS in the beginning because I had to pay for a babysitter, and everyone's like, oh my God, like why would you pay to go and sit somewhere in a room on a weekend and whatnot? And like $14,000 a month later, like for $200 a month was a pretty good investment. So the events, now I just like invite into the events and let the events do the work for me. So I try to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, comes even more important as you go Pres Loubi, because you got more people, right?
Oh yeah. I can't wait. So thank you for having me on. I hope that I was of some value, and but yeah, honestly, just have fun with it. And if you're not having fun with it, like just like change it up, and yeah, and just like grow through all like the good stuff, because like the juicy stuff, like the ups and the downs, and you go sideways, and that's the good stuff. That's the juicy stuff. Like that's all the stuff that you're learning to go to the next pin. So like embrace all that, because you end up like a better person, and then just yeah.
I love it. So what we got here? Any other questions? Well, we got Loubi on, guys. Now's the time.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Any mum life questions?
Yeah, well, I would say that 80% of the guys on the call are mums. Dad, Matt.
Oh, do you plan your social... Oh, hang on. I can't read. Can you... Hang on.
Do you plan your social media ahead?
No, I am very much a wing it kind of person, and that is why I have no slides today. I'm probably the most unorganized person you will ever meet. It has been my goal of 2018 is just to organize my life a little bit more. So I'm just getting up like 2 hours earlier now, just so, yeah. So, yeah, I'm very much spur of the moment. Like if I feel it, I will post it. And I try and be like pretty authentic as well. Ellen Blackmore is a pretty good one that I would follow, especially back in the day. She would be like, "Don't be salesy." So I'm never like, "Do you want to have energy? Do you want to lose weight?" I would just tell my story and like in my own lingo and be like, you know, how great I'm feeling, how amazing I'm feeling, or my result, and be like, if anyone wants to come and rock out with me, you know where to find me. Or sometimes I won't even do like a call of action. I'll just post a result and be like, boom. Yeah. Because, so never spur of the moment. Like if you feel it, but just no whinging. Definitely no whinging. I deleted 5 Herbalife people off my Facebook today. Because of whinging and nego, I'm like pretty ruthless and relentless. I don't really care if you're in Herbalife or you're not in Herbalife. For me, social media is like fun, simple, magical, and if you're whinging on social media, delete, not even unfollow, just delete, just cut. So, no one's going to be wanting you to whinge because I got a customer, Gemma Whiting. Haven't heard from her since year 10, but we're just Facebook friends. But, you know, she was like, "Oh, my God, Loubi, you look so happy all the time. Like, what are you on? What are you doing?" Well, not what are you on, because she knew. She was like, "Hook a sister up." I was like, "No problem." So I got like some like tiny little, she's a world teenie now, but she was a ballet chick. Like, you know, like, and I'm still like a good size 12, and she was like this size 6, and she was like, "Loubi, you're happy all the time. Like, hook a sister up." And I was like, "Yeah, wicked." You know, so like make that attractive. So yeah, no whinging.
It's not sook book.
No, it is not. Fun, simple, magical.
Yeah. Yes. Cool. No other questions there. Cool. All right, Loubi.
And the best thing is that I can work, and I don't even have to wear a bra. I made a sale today. Actually, the other day, I profited $700 in one day. I didn't even wear a bra. Winning at life.
I don't think anyone on the call's wearing pants either, so we're all in the same boat.
No, seriously, me either. I love it. But, love you, kids, and see you at World Team School and Extravaganza.
Yes. Speaking of which, you can hang on for this if you want, Loubi, but if you're going to go, we love you. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing.
No worries.
Be prepared for when you come to Albury for 1 billion selfies, right?
Sounds good. But guys, if we're not friends on Facebook, add me, because I love collecting friends. And honestly, you're in such good hands with Jared, and he's amazing, and I love you guys. And just like 2018 is just going to be like the most epic year, and it's like pin changing season, and I just can't wait to see you guys get pinned up on stage, and I'll snot cry for all of you. All right, love you guys. Thanks, Jared.
No worries, mate. Thank you so much.
No worries. Bye.
If you guys whinge, she'll delete you, right? So, guys, just in closing, just give me 2 minutes. Obviously, we've got a lot of promos going, so I just want to go through it with the leaders because this will filter down to everyone else in the group. And we've got a whole bunch of promos that everyone here can qualify for. So, number 1 is our team promo. We've got 2 team promos going. Number 1 is the one for the cash. So we're really trying to drive recruiting now because we've got a really good base of leadership. So now it's time to expand again and get the next wave and the next wave and the next wave and get some serious growth for you guys. And, you know, a real push for a lot of you for Active World Team because we've got a lot of World Team in our team now. You know, the 3 major steps for me in the marketing plan, the supervisor, Active World Team, and president's team, and the rest are just kind of money makers. So, So a lot of you are going for active world team, and to do that, you need people. A lot of you guys are just missing the royalty, and that's it. And it's so easy to do. Like Loubi was just saying, we just find people, put them in the events, and the rest sort itself out. Really, like that's the principle, and the rest you can kind of do whatever you want on top. But with that being said, we've got a promo around that now. So for every map cut, existing map cut, this can be their third cut, last cut. That is the third cut, second cut, first cut of map. I don't care when they were in. If you recruit 3 people that are business builders, which means one of 2 things, that we've done their goals together, or they've done over 200 volume points for argument's sake, like they're actually growing a business and it's evident, like it's pretty obvious. Every map qualifier will get you $50 cash. K to cash cow. That promo is called, right? So that's an easy one for everyone here. Everyone here knows 3 people that want to make some part-time income, like flat, seriously. The second one is obviously our Singapore promo, and I just want to get things real clear for you guys on what's required there. Just because I've just been asked a few questions, so I just want to make it really clear. Number one is there is a minimum of 2,500 every month because I want to reward consistency. If you're not a supervisor yet, that's okay. We'll still count that volume. That's no probs. Like that doesn't worry me at all. And the actual promo, what the 10,000 volume points get you is so basically all your accommodation, including the pre-extravaganza resort that we're going to go through. So we're going to have roughly 60, 70 of the top producing French heroes there. I'm guessing 10, 15, 20 from America, just depending on how the dream team over there go as well, and us. So there's going to be a whole bunch of us there. Not only just like that could be the promo within itself for me, like because if we're just socializing, hanging out, you guys are going to pick up so much stuff, especially from the French guys. So much stuff. Like you guys will be like. But not only on top of that, we're going to do a masterclass with the leadership within our group. So we've got Q up there. We've got Nicholas Buffetti, who went Pres team in 2 years. I'm guessing Matthew will be Pres by then, so he'll be doing it as well. Brand new President's team member. I'll jump up there and be MC or something. And there'll be everyone kind of chipping in. So the training before the extravaganza will be crazy as well. Because to be honest, at the extravaganza, you'll get some good training, but you'll get more inspiration and belief than training. There's some stuff in the Asian markets where these guys have incredible stories, but their stuff just doesn't relate to what we do, which is fair enough because we're different countries, right? But you'll see the bigger picture, which is important because if you can unlock that belief, the rest is history. So I just want to be really clear. It does not include flights. So you guys can get yourself there. It includes basically everything else for the 4 days. If you do 12K, I'll even buy your ticket. If you've bought your ticket already, I'll reimburse you. Okay? So it'll include all of that. So in that that'll be like a life-changing 4 days. That will be if you guys want to go all the way with this thing, that will be something that really puts some rockets in your business. Not only for you, but if you can get your team qualified as well, watch your business grow. So that's going to be amazing, the Singapores. And of course, guys, it all starts next event. And we've got the SDS and the quick start this weekend. So for me, the SDS will be amazing, but the quick start will be next level. This is like a next generation event. Like we're in front of the game with this. No one else does this, guys, but they do it. It's caused a lot of the growth, especially in Europe. So I kind of just said, well, we're going to do that, and I brought it back. The goal between this group here on this call is 150 people working out. Can you imagine the energy, guys? Can you imagine the growth? If we filter half of those people back in there, that's our biggest Super Sunday / quick start times 3. So the last one in December was 30. So if we can get 90 people back from the 150, which is across the road, guys, we're going to have a DJ upstairs. So it's going to be attractive for people to come back. Imagine what that's going to do to your business. That's going to be crazy. So let's load that up. It's going to be incredible atmosphere. There's going to be lots of education. I sorted out the battle plan at somewhere on this bar here today. And we've got a whole bunch of leaders stepping up to run different bits of it. And it's going to be next level, guys. So this is going to be our next level event. And we've got Mr. Hillman coming up as well, my sponsor in Herbalife. And he's got some good stuff. I was talking to him about it today. He's got some fresh things. He's got some stuff that really want to get you guys kind of thinking, like thinking about how to move into leadership. There's going to be, especially for the supervisors. If you're not supervisor yet, just have a think about getting that done because, start yapping to everyone because the bombs he's going to be dropping in the supervisor schools is going to be door opening, reassessing, mind scrambling stuff. It's going to be really, really good. We had a good talk about it today. And I think you guys are going to get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of value out of that. So they're really the big three guys, for us. Coming up, I can't think of anything else. There's, of course, all the Herbalife promos that we got as well. But, yes, Lisa, we will. So, and then for the supervisors as well, we're going to go out afterwards and have a feed and spend some time together because I feel like we don't get to hang out enough as a team. And I think we should. So that's it from us, guys. Have an amazing evening. Any questions, let me know. And I think that's it. Cool. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's get into it. See you guys.